Hey guys, this is Brent Topham with Know Your Worth Group, Keller Williams Signature Partners here in Wichita, Kansas. And today I wanted to talk to you about a creative financing term called contract for deed. Many of you may not have heard of that, but basically what it is where the seller holds on to the deed of the property and finances it for the buyer. Now, who does this type of financing fit? Well, this would be really good financing for somebody that's self-employed. Maybe they don't have 2 years of company history in order to secure financing from a bank. Also may include somebody that just started a job. Maybe it's a well-paying job, but again, they don't have the 2-year history that's required by the bank. Other people that could benefit from this would be people that maybe have undocumented income sources, such as if they receive a lot of cash tips or cash payments. They're going to have a difficult time securing a home loan in order to get their home. So what a contract for deed, some of the advantages are they have advantages both for the seller and for the buyer. For the seller, the first advantage is that you don't have to have an appraisal. So what that means is if I want to sell a property for a certain price, as long as the buyer agrees to that, then that's the price the contract's going to be. Also, I get a chance to set the interest rate. So again, it's not based on government standards or anything like that. It's just based on what somebody is willing to pay. Another thing is that basically the person that purchased the house, depending on how I write the contract, would not have any equity until they've paid off the entire purchase. Also, as the seller, I get cash flow without having to worry about the expenses of repairs and maintenance. Now, this was the very first type of deal I ever did in real estate. Actually, the first home I ever purchased, I purchased for $103,000. I financed it through the bank at 5% interest roughly. And I turned around and sold it for $120,000 at 7% interest on a contract for deed. Now, this also works for the buyer, because the buyer, if they want to be a homeowner and they don't have the cash or the bank doesn't want to lend them the money, this gives them the opportunity to get in the home, live in the home, secure the price of the home. They can always refinance it later. In other words, purchase it using a bank loan in order to own the home and just get it out from under me. They can always do that. Now, while this does sound, really good and interesting, there are a few things that you do have to watch out for. As a buyer, you got to really make sure you understand the terms of the contract. There may be things such as option to purchase, where you don't actually own the home. You just basically rent it for a number of years, and then you have the option but not the obligation to purchase the property after 3 years. There's also could be balloon payments where you pay so much, and then after 20 years of owning the property, you got to put a $50,000 balloon payment. So you really need to understand exactly what you're agreeing to. Now, if you're a seller, you also need to be a little bit careful, because when it comes to taxes, you need to understand how that income is going to be categorized. Is it actually rental income, or would that be considered interest income? And those do come out a little bit different on your tax returns. So if you want to know more about this type of creative financing, certainly give me a call, 316-491-1677. You can also go to our website, www.knowyourworthgroup.com, and there's plenty of free resources on there. And we look forward to hearing from you, and talk to you soon.